Hi everyone, welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney and welcome to All Things Yarn Related. I just want to stop and say thank you for tuning in today, whether this is your first or many times here. It is always greatly appreciated and such a joy to have each and every one of you. So for those who are new, I just want to briefly introduce myself. I am an avid fiber artist, meaning that I process fibers, whether they are raw or already pre-processed. I spin that into yarn and then I will design either a knitting project or crocheting project. Not necessarily with the yarn that I spun, but I do design patterns. I do a little bit of Tunisian and a little bit of weaving as well. So those are some things that you will find here on the channel, whether it's tutorials or sometimes even behind the scenes videos, time-lapse. Now I do also have an Etsy shop where I have some hand-dyed fiber that I've dyed several months ago, along with some keychains and some stitch markers. So if you are interested in checking out my Etsy shop, then that link will be down in the description box, and I just want to say thank you in advance if you decide to purchase or even just check it out and favorite the shop as well. Before moving into works in progresses and finished objects, I do have some news to share this week. So first off, I want to share that this coming Saturday, which is going to be August 17th at 11 a.m., Shannon from Shannon Talks Yarn and myself will be going live here on my channel. We go live every third Saturday of the month, and we do change between her channel and my channel. And this is something we have been doing since the beginning of the year. Last month was on Shannon's channel. This month is going to be on mine, and then next month for September we'll be back on Shannon's. So if you can come and hang out with us on Saturday, we would love to have you. Again, that is Saturday, August 17th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just thank you for each and every one of you who do come and join us for the hour or even just for a split second. Now, the other news that I do have to share with you guys today is going to be a change to the channel. So starting in September, I am wanting to roll out a different type of content than what I'm used to doing. Most of the time I just do tutorials or behind the scenes videos. So with that being said, I am going to be switching my all things yarn related videos from being weekly to bi-weekly. What I'm wanting to do is going to take a little bit more effort, so I need a little bit more time during the week to record those videos, and probably like an extra day or so. So with that being said, again, I will be switching from weekly to bi-weekly, and I'm thinking possibly starting in September. If not, it will be after this video. So if you don't see a video from me, then I have next week, then I have decided to go ahead and start that after this video. So now we'll go ahead and just move into works in progresses and finished objects. This week has been kind of lost my motivation, and I believe I have a little bit of writer's block, but for fiber artists. I have tried to work on new designs, and I haven't really been one to pick up the hook or pick up the knitting needles. So anything that I've really been doing this week has already what I started, and really nothing much has changed. Now I did get some spinning done. I don't have to show for it today, and I forgot to take pictures because I was working on spinning that up for a special somebody, which is Mama Wench, and her link will be down in the description box. She did order some fiber braids on my Etsy shop, and of course I spun those up for her, which that is an option on my Etsy shop for my fiber braids. If you would like for me to spin one of those braids up for you, that is an option. So she grabbed 2 of them, and that's what I was able to get accomplished this weekend. Since we're already on the topic about spinning and fiber and all that stuff, there will be a video released on August 21st of a kind of like time-lapse video of my daughter and myself hand dyeing some fiber. She does try to finger knit anytime that I do have yarn out in the living room and working on something, or even if I'm using my manual spinning wheel. She will take her spinning wheel, which is a 3D printed spinning wheel that I got when I first started learning how to spin. I've handed it down to her. She doesn't really spin, she just more or less treadles. She's not 100% ready yet to learn how to spin, so she does, anytime that I've got the manual spinning wheel, she does spin her own yarn. But I wanted to kind of get her into something that I know she can do and understand the concept of. And she likes to paint, she likes to color, she loves to tie-dye stuff. So I knew hand dyeing some fiber she would really enjoy it. So this is the braid that her and I dyed together this past week. Again, there will be a video coming out on August 21st of her and I dyeing this together. So look forward to that. Now, other than that, I've been also working on finishing up the tutorial for my bandana cowl, which I have finally came up a name for it, which is going to be called Shades of Fall. And this is what I have gotten done so far. Now, the yarn that I am using for this one is the Minerola, and I believe it did come from Hobie, but I'm not 100% sure. It is a 3-weight yarn, and with that being said, I did use the exact same numbers and all that good stuff for when I did this one, which was in a 4-weight. Now, doing this one in a 3-weight is going to knock it down significantly in size. So this one in the 3-weight is going to be more for a child, versus this one is going to be more for an adult. I would say you can probably, if you want the same sizing of this one but want to use the 3-weight, I would definitely recommend doubling up your yarn. It might be a little thick, but that is something that you can consider. So again, this one and the 3-weight yarn is going to be for a small child, and I'll go through all of that in the tutorial. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to ask. And then some of you guys know I have been working on a doll for my daughter for Christmas. I was able to get both of the arms completed, and I have now started working on one of the legs is fully finished. I just have to stuff it a little bit more, and then I'll start working on the second leg. So you can see where I've already got some of it stuffed and some of it's not. And I think I'm going to end up running out of yarn before I start working on the body. But last but not least, the only other thing that I have been working on is I was able to get some scrap yarn warped onto my 32-inch rigid heddle loom. So I'll probably start working on that shortly, right after this video. And I'll insert a picture here or sometime shortly. But yeah, that's really about all that I have been working on this past week. What are you guys working on? If you would like to let me know that down in the comments, you can feel free to do that, or ask me any kind of questions, which I do have my Q&A video. I haven't started working on it just yet, but I do have that pinned in for August 28th. So I'll start working on it within the next week or this week. So if you have any other questions to ask me before I start working on that, now is the time to do that. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.